Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin' Robbie Billups here with the PCP crew, and we just had a movie night, Horror Fest 2016. We watched The Omen.
The original The Omen.
Not the Julia Stiles one.
Alright.
Where's the Julia Stiles one?
Yeah, the remake.
The remake.
Yeah, she plays the kid.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright gang, we had an awesome PCP movie night celebrating the 40th anniversary of The Omen, the original film directed by Richard Donner, starring Gregory Peck, an amazing Oscar-winning score by Jerry Goldsmith, creator of the Star Trek theme. Next Generation
I didn't know
Star
that.
Trek theme. It's a fantastic movie. I absolutely love it. I think it's super creepy. It holds up 40 years later. This movie is great. It is, especially with Gregory Peck, an impeccable film. It is so good. It absolutely is great. I want to know what the gang has to think about it. So, John, Hammertime, Holshoe, what did you think about The Omen?
I love it, man. It's a classic. It's I don't know, this whole concept that the kid is the bad guy, you know, that he's a demon or whatever, is a mind-blowing concept to me. And Gregory Peck is such a great actor. Seriously, he could sell you Cheerios. Wait, not people buy Cheerios. I'm trying to think of something people would buy.
Turds.
Yeah, we're never going to get Cheerios as a sponsor.
Gregory Peck could sell you turds back in the day. Speaking of selling you turds. Jelani, what did you think about the movie on the rewatch?
I guess I could sell some turds on it. It's an amazing film. I was creeped out the entire time. There's something about like this kid and the people around him and the circumstances around him that make him this devil child. And it's scary. It does hold up really well. Oh man. To this day, like I saw this like when I was a little kid on accident. Had no idea what this movie was. And all the stuff that happened, I had to watch my back like as a little kid. So this holds up. It does hold up really well.
This movie does. It's got some great scenes too. From the moment when the first nanny hangs herself. You know, this is all for you, Damien. From that moment, you knew something was up. Speaking of, is something up? Brooks, you had never seen this movie before, right?
No, I sure hadn't.
What did you think about the movie?
Yeah.
I thought it was good. It was pretty creepy. It reminded me of The Mummy, you know, where the threat is implied. It's not so much seen, and like so it builds up suspense and builds up suspense, and you know it just makes everything more tense.
It is a very suspenseful and tense movie, and I really do think it holds up well. And it is like you were saying, it doesn't go over the top with everything until dude loses his head.
Yeah.
That was awesome. This movie is so cool, and like the tension is there. Gregory Peck, and of course Jerry Goldsmith's score in this movie. It's great. It's one of the best scores of a horror movie. That's not like one of those like John Carpenter-esque, you know, kind of electronic-y scores. I love that kind of stuff. Day of the Dead, Suspiria, all that Goblin Carpenter stuff. But this movie, to have like the score and the choir, oh my God, it's so good. And think about what this movie was like in 1976. We still have a lot of people that are very religious in our country right now, right? Imagine 1976. It's even crazier.
Yeah.
We're celebrating 200 years of America. Everything's happy. Everything's going great. And then there was this interest in the occult, and then a backlash about Christianity was really coming hard against the occult in the 70s, and this movie hits. And so thematically, I think it says a lot about that era of America, about people were getting interested in other things outside of religion, but there was still a religious hold on this country, right? So you got this battle between the two. And I think that's really cool. And this movie really hit, and it hit at the right time. I also think it maybe says a little bit about, you know how parents don't like to admit that their kids are doing something wrong? You know, my kid's not bad. That's you. Gregory Peck was told throughout this movie, you have a demon child, get rid of him. And it's like, I love this movie. And Gregory Peck just sells it. He sells it. This movie is so fantastically well. Any comment on the themes or favorite scenes or anything like that, John?
I was going to talk about just the fact that it's different. I'm not a religious person, but The Omen and The Exorcist both scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, it felt more real and hits to you. And I think a lot of what makes the film so great, too, is not just the theme, but the pacing. It's very slow-paced. You know, they explain it to him, etc. I mean, it doesn't hold the attention span of most audiences today, but it works well. I also wonder if it would have spawned as many sequels or became this big franchise if it wasn't for Gregory Peck.
Oh, that's right.
He's such a great actor, but again, like the whole idea, oh, my kid's a demon, I have to kill my kid.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe
That's
it.
a horrible
He doesn't even
thought.
believe it toward the very end. He still doesn't believe it.
Yeah.
He still has to see the birthmark. It's
Yeah.
so good. I love this movie. It does hold up still, and yeah, you know, a lot of people may think it's like not paced right or whatever, but like I really do think that any kid today could watch this movie and be genuinely creeped out. And you're right, it does make you feel like it's more real because it's
Right.
based on a spirituality that a lot of people share in this country. I don't know, Jelani, what do you think about some of the themes or some scenes and stuff like that?
It's the fear, like we said before, the implied fear of it all. It's layered. The scenes that get me the most are the ones where like you don't know what's gonna happen. Like nature turns on someone. Like it's hard to see. Like I don't know. It just creeps me the hell out.
Plus, we just realized
It just
tonight.
bothers me.
Just realized tonight that the priest is played by Patrick
Patrick
Troughton,
Troughton.
the second Doctor. So we were watching the movie. And I'm like, that looks like
That
the
looks
second
like-
Doctor. No, it
You have to
was.
look it up.
Speaking of the Doctor, Brooks, some of the themes in this movie, what it spoke, what it meant. Tell me.
Well, like a lot of good horror movies really make you know they're scary because they parallel reality so closely, and this movie is a lot like that. You know, he's a bad seed supposedly, but you can also see, you know, he's always had everything all his life. No one's ever told him no. You know, he gets whatever he wants, so he feels like he should be able to take whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And you know how in the whole he rises through the political world thing, you know, it's like if he is like truly the one who's going to destroy the world, how better to do it than, you know, by being born into the
Beware
process.
politicians, especially privileged politicians that came up. They, you know, that does speak about that. Like Damien grew up. He's sheltered. He's privileged. He's pampered.
Right.
Like, what does that do to add on to the already demon seed that is within this child?
royalty.
Kill the child. I hate to say that, but like,
He has to
seriously.
go. Has to go.
We had a fantastic time watching this movie and talking about it with you guys. We hope you guys liked us talking about it. There will be future movie nights very, very soon. In fact, we are back for good, or at least until nobody watches them anymore. Anyway, we will be back soon with another HorrorFest 2016 movie night. For Pop Culture Philosophers, I am Rockin' Robbie Billups, Brooks, Jelani, and John Hammertime Holshoe. Thank you for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Check us out at popculturephilosophers.com for podcasts and a whole lot more. Catch you next time.